Hi guys, this is Nick Cooper with Nail to Art, and I got something a little bit bigger than the average today. And when I say bigger than average, here beneath the red koshai that you see, that is a Shinto katana. And let me zoom out there. That's a Shinto katana with a nagasa just close to 70 centimeters. So, and that's the koshai of it. So look at the difference in length. This sword measures nagasa of just over 105 centimeters. But it's not just the nagasa; it's just the massive size of the blade. Here the thickness measures over 4 point some odd centimeters and remains quite big all the way to the end. But it's by a very famous smith. And if you know anything about swords, he was very popular in Meiji period and during the Meiji Restoration. His name is Gassan Sadakazu. So Gassan Sadakazu is a smith who was kind of born at a very odd time in the Japanese history. He was born when the samurai class was being abolished. There was the revolt against the emperor, who had regained control of Japan, where it used to be controlled by the shogun. The samurai class just slowly just phased out, and smiths during this period were faced with a really rough history, or future, I guess you could say. They were faced with a rough future of what to do, because obviously swordsmithing was not as much in demand, and not a lot of smiths survived. This smith, Gassan Sadakazu, was one of the great. He survived, and he actually flourished. So much so that the emperor, he worked for the emperor, and he was named kind of like at the time it was a national treasure. Would be comparable to a Ningen Koko. Only him and another smith by the name of Miyamoto Kanenori were the ones that were named this. So he literally had the highest ranking he could possibly have during Meiji period. And he was an outstanding smith. He was able to duplicate all of the traditions, and this one was a copy of Utsushi to the Rai school, and it is indeed, without a doubt, a shrine sword. Hence why the Nakago is mume. So this was an offering to a shrine. It was a shrine west of Osaka that had burnt down in World War II, but luckily the blade was saved. And something that's really, really cool about Sadakazu, he, first of all, he's part of the Gassan tradition, and where they were very famous for it, but he made some of the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful horimono. And you can see from the pictures, guys, this horimono is outstanding. So he made the blade. He would have carved the horimono as well. But look at the size of this dragon and how animated he is. So the dragon itself measures about 38 centimeters. So just the dragon alone is like the size of a wakizashi's nagasa, or I guess the entire length of a Shinobi-tanto, including the nakago. But it's just absolutely beautiful. I can't really do a picture on the other side, but it has a bonji on the other side of it. It's a little bit hard to flip over, because this blade almost weighs as much as 3 katana, and I'm not kidding. I literally hold it with my arm to unsheath it, which I can barely do. And my arm, after about 5 seconds, gives out. And I'm still quite strong for my age. I would consider myself average or maybe slightly above. So yeah, it's a really heavy blade. So there you go. There he is, the man, Sadakazu. And so the blade itself is dated Meiji period. It comes with a beautiful big wooden box as well that has the writing on it, saigaki on it, sorry, hakogaki. And there's the NTHK MPO judgment for both the blade and the koshirai. So you have both the blade and the koshirai that are both papered. So there you go, guys. Gassan Sadakazu. One last thing I'll do just to give you an idea. So I have this Shinto blade that I was telling you about. So there's the tsunagi, but look at the size difference compared to it. You know, Shinto blades are not small either, right? But you can see the size of the blade compared to it. It really trumps the blade. It's really, really nice. I'll do a little tiny close-up of the koshirai as well. As Aoi come on with really long tiger menuki, and the tsuba is massive. It's like 12 centimeters wide, something like that. But there you have it. So it's nice. The Aoi come on is the kind of different sizes as well. So it's small, large, small, large, small, large, small, large. And also the kojiri. So beautiful, beautiful blade by an outstanding historical figure. Again, national treasure. He's one of the best. NihontoArt.com, guys. This blade is available.